Hello and welcome to week 3. So this week we're going to start getting into the people who are involved in early childhood education. So we've looked historically at how we've gotten to where we are, and last week you looked at the different types of programs that are out in the early childhood community. But this week, we're going to start looking at the people who make up early childhood. And so obviously, we're going to start with the children. So this week, you're going to be looking at Chapter 3 in your textbook. And as always, I have attached the PowerPoint for you. Just don't forget that you should not be using the PowerPoint in place of the textbook. It really is meant to be a supplement. I know that sometimes the chapters can get fairly lengthy and wordy, but what I like most about this book is the graphs and the charts and the tables that they have in the chapters. And so that's really why I ask you to read those chapters. The PowerPoints are there just to pull out the most important information. And so you're also going to get your first real assignment this week. And so I wanted to spend just a few minutes going over it with you. So when you go into the modules, we are going to be in Module 3. And so when you look at our weekly page, as always, you see our objectives. Here again is the Chapter 3 PowerPoint that's attached for you. And so your 2 assignments for this week are to complete an inclusion discussion board, and the project you're going to be working on is, I just called it the inclusion project. So with the inclusion discussion board, really I'm just asking for your insights after you've read the chapter, you've viewed the resources for the inclusion project, and really kind of what your experience has been, either seeing it in the classroom, having to implement it in the classroom. So this is more just to kind of share what really is happening in our early childhood classrooms. And so just don't forget that you need to post and respond to at least 2 of your classmates. But when you go into the inclusion project, you're going to see that I have tried to lay it out step by step, and I have attached and embedded all of the resources that you need. But this is actually a really great assignment that was begun at VCU as part of a grant. And so what they wanted to find out is, just like your discussion board for this week, what really is happening in the classrooms. Are teachers prepared to have inclusive classrooms? How do parents feel about having inclusive classrooms? And so that really is what this is meant to help you discover. So there are several resources that you're going to be using, and as I said, I have attached and embedded them all over the place. And the other thing that I did for you was I created a template. And the reason that I do that is not because I don't think that you're going to complete the assignment correctly, but so many times students get completely freaked out because they're afraid they're not going to format something correctly. And so then that takes away from actually showing their knowledge. So I've taken away that. I've taken away the formatting issue. And so I have put the template together so that you can focus on getting the answers that you need. So the first thing that you would want to do, there is a packet. And what I mean by packet, it's like 12 pages. It's a PDF. And so when you open the PDF, you're going to see that it is a set of pages that walks you through what it is that you are supposed to be doing. Some is going to be viewing some videos, and then there's an article that you're going to read. But all of it is in one place in the packet, but it's also all here for you laid out. So the first thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to be watching a video. And the first video is going to be the letter of the law. And so it's really important that you make sure that you know the difference between the letter of the law and the spirit of the law, because the distinction is going to be one of the things that you need to write about. So when you click on the first video, it's going to take you to the Connect modules. And I will tell you that you're going to want, for one of the questions, there is actually a right or wrong answer. And I'll show you that when we get to that point. But there is a place when you click on the video, if you go to the bottom, it'll say View Transcript. And if you do that, then it actually gives you all of the words from the video, and that's going to be really helpful as you're answering question 2B. So the first video you're going to watch is the letter of the law, and then there are going to be 4 questions that you're going to answer. I've already told you that 2B is the only question that has a real right or wrong answer. The other ones are going to be opinion, but I will tell you that I'm looking for more than one sentence. I'm really looking for you to thoroughly answer the question and explain why you answered it the way that you did. Once you've done that, then you're going to watch a second video, and this is going to be the spirit of the law. And you're definitely going to notice a difference between the two, even just in the tone and the atmosphere of the videos. And so when you are done watching that, you're going to have 2 questions that you're going to answer based on the spirit of the law. So once you have watched both of those videos and answered the questions, the last thing you're going to do for that portion is you're going to be telling me which one of the videos did you think was more important. But more importantly to me is, why did you think that? Did you think that the letter of the law was most important? If so, why? If you thought the spirit of the law was more important, again, then why? It is okay if you say that both of them are equally important, but you better have a good defense for why you have said that. So that really is kind of part 1 of the assignment. And then the second portion is actually an article that you're going to read. And then there are 6 questions that you're going to answer based on the article. Again, it is part of the packet, but I did attach it so that you have it in one place. So that's the article that you're going to read. It's not overly long, but you do need to read it in order to answer the questions. And again, like I said, I created a template for you. And so the when you open up the template, you will see that I have I've put all of the questions that you need to answer already on there. So all you have to do is type directly into it. So once you're done with it, make sure that you save it. And when you are ready to upload, you will see that there is a place for you to be able to upload your assignment. And all you need to do is attach the file, and it goes directly into the grade book. So if you have any trouble getting it to upload, please let me know. But the only thing I will say is make sure that it is either in a Microsoft Word document or a PDF. None of my computers in my office will open anything that is Mac or Apple. So if you are working off of a Mac or an Apple product, and that normally saves as pages, just make sure that you save it as either a PDF or a Microsoft Word document. And that's just so that I'm able to actually open your assignment when it's ready to be graded. So that pretty much takes care of the first assignment that you have. If you go through and you don't see something, a link doesn't work, even though I've tried my best to make sure that it does, just don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. You do have 2 weeks to do this assignment, but what I will tell you is if you get it done quickly, go ahead and submit it. Do not wait for the due date. It's easier for me if I grade things as they come in. One, because it's going to let you know how you're doing in the class faster. And 2, it helps me to keep up with grading because I really do try and be conscientious about getting things graded within a week. So have a great week learning about the children, the different aspects of development of children, and most importantly, how we can include all children in our classroom. And I will see you in week 4.